Like many, if you're worried the stock market's gotten overheated, remember what's been fueling this run? It's great earnings, not momentum. Take Trane Technologies, a major player in the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning space with a refrigeration kicker. Earlier this month, Trane reported a tremendous quarter. Management highlighting that the company's riding multiple mega trends, such as energy efficiency, decarbonization, digital transformation, and seeing strength in some key end markets like data centers, education, K through 12, healthcare. Stock jumped more than 7% in response, hitting an all-time high. It's pulled back a little bit since then. Maybe that's the opportunity. Or some people might think it's time to ring the register. After a monster move from the lows last October, maybe the stock has more room to run. Let's check in with Dave Regnier. He's the chairman and CEO of Trane Technologies. Get a better look. Dave, welcome back to the show.
Hey, Jim. Thanks for having me back on the show.
So Dave, I'm going to tell you.
Appreciate it.
I told people today that you're on, and I'm all excited about your business, and I also showed them the chart. But I showed them the chart first. And they said, which tech stock? And I said, Trane Tech. I mean, the fact is, you are a technology company, and HVAC is kind of like in The Graduate when the guy talked about plastics. How did this get to be so exciting?
Well, we're super proud of our company, and I'll tell you, we had a fantastic 2023, Jim. Our organic revenue growth was up 9%. Our earnings per share was up 23%. And by the way, Jim, that's the third consecutive year that we've had EPS growth of 20% or greater. Third consecutive year.
But in the end, your business used to be tied to the cycle, the so-called business cycle. It's just not I can't see any connection to it now.
Yeah, I always tell people it's a system of things that makes Trane Technologies a great company. Okay. And you certainly have the mega trends that around decarbonization and the fact that 15% of all greenhouse gases from heating and cooling of buildings, and the fact that we've been able to invent a different way than what was done in the past, which is significantly more efficient. But it is a system of things that makes us a great company, whether it's our service business, which is roughly a third of our company, whether it's our direct sales force. We love our direct sales force. We love talking to customers. We love understanding what their needs are today and what their needs will be tomorrow. It really how we innovate for products. We put out over 100 new products in 2023. But really, one of the things that differentiates us as Trane Technologies is the culture we've been able to create. It's really about having an uplifting, inclusive culture that really has a can-do attitude to it.
Okay, so explain to people, it wasn't always Trane. You always were part of a bigger company. Was the culture always there and buried?
It was, but I think over the last 3 years, it's certainly been enhanced a lot. And I've worked as the CEO a lot to develop our culture, and it really has to do with our employee engagement, how we recruit our talent, how we develop our talent. We have apprenticeship programs for our hourly associates now. We transitioned from, we used to have, I'll give you a great example, we used to have a tuition reimbursement program. We changed that to a tuition advancement program because a lot of people can't afford the upfront funds. So now with an advancement program, especially with some of our hourly associates, they have the opportunity to learn a new skill, which is going to make them stronger, which is going to make us stronger as a company.
How many of those people stay with you after they graduate?
There's a lot of loyalty, as you would imagine, as they become part of the Trane family and they advance in the company. And it's one of those things that the culture is really what differentiates us as a company. And companies can, over time, they can copy your products, they can copy your services. Culture, very difficult to copy.
Okay, now you have residential, you have commercial. People who are commercial, they say, oh my God, well, commercial real estate awful, but that's not the kind of commercial you have.
Yeah, we play in the commercial vertical. It was a weaker year in 2023. It'll probably be a similar year we'll see in 2024. But verticals such as data centers or electronics, the chips area. Think about education, the education vertical with ESSER funding. Healthcare, very, very strong verticals. In our applied systems with our direct sales force, we're able to meet with the end customers. These are mostly bespoke systems, so they're highly engineered. Our sales force is highly technical, and they're able to sell to the customer at a different level.
Okay, so when I look at the one other division we got to mention, because it is the best of the best, Thermo King. But there were a lot of orders before, and then you have a kind of a drop-off. But that is natural.
Yeah, I mean, it is a more cyclical business than we've seen in our commercial HVAC business for sure. But I would say, look, if you look at our results on a global basis, our Thermo King business in 2023 was flat. Markets were down probably mid-single digits, so I know we outperformed the markets. 2024 will be another year where we'll have revenues that'll be down. I think the Americas, the market's going to be down 10%. We'll do better. The markets in EMEA will be down probably in the mid-single digits. Again, we'll do better than that. But the key here, Jim, is we continue to invest in the business. Even though things may be down a little, this is the time we need to double down on investments and make sure we're ready as this market comes back. The good news is in 2025, all forecasts have this market coming back strongly.
All right, so one last thing. You look at the arc of your career. Did you ever think that that you would become at the vanguard of decarbonization and making it so that we have a safer planet for our kids and our grandkids? Was that ever in the equation?
Yeah, you know, Jim, as I got into more senior roles at Trane Technologies, Ingersoll Rand transitioned to Trane Technologies, it became so relevant that we had the opportunity, because of where we play and how we could have an impact. And again, 15% of all greenhouse gases from heating and cooling. Another 10% is from food waste, mostly about how that food is being transported. So we had the opportunity within 25% of all greenhouse gas to have an impact. And we had this crazy vision, you know, 3.5, 4 years ago that said, look, one company can influence an industry, and that industry could have an impact on the world. And that's what we're seeing today.
Well, it's a magnificent job you've done. I mean, it really is. And the stock has kept up with what you've accomplished. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Dave Regnery is the chairman and CEO of Trane Technologies, TT. Look, those of you who are charters, take a look at this one. You won't believe it. And those of you who are fundamentalists, read about it, because the orders, the business, the earnings, they're all there. That money's back after you.